Hello, everybody. This is Ding Tang. I'm the president and CEO of ABBYY USA, and ABBYY USA is a company focused on capturing technology, OCR, and the data capture. If you look on the right-hand side, lower right-hand side, during the presentation, please feel free to enter the questions. And where you enter the questions, please select all panelists and type in your question and click send. We will answer as many questions as we can during the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. Okay, so we will start to the presentation now. And today's focus will be on the content management for the cloud and specifically related to the capture. We will cover two major areas, cloud and mobile, and in related to the capture from the content management point of view. I'll move to the next slide. Okay. ABBYY's mobile and cloud vision is about transforming the capture. You can see two bullets here. The first bullet is about ABBYY's technology today is available from the PC, also available through the cloud, and also available from the mobile devices. The capture technology for now is ready on all three popular platforms, PC, cloud, and the mobile. It is also very critical to point out that the capture technology today is not just for capturing the documents, papers, and books, magazines. It also needs to be able to capture the environmental images, which are those are the images you see on the street, on the roadside, on the building, in the building, or inside the construction area, anything. So we want to be able to capture the environmental images too. I will show you some example. The reason transforming the capture is become such a critical issue now, or critical demand, is because two major reasons. One is the ubiquitous capture device through the smartphone, and pretty soon from the tablet devices. Those are two capture devices has growing rapidly in a phenomenal speed. Second reason is the services about capture through the cloud and the technology to capture the data and the information are also available. So with these two major requirements become available, that's the reason why the capture is driving the new demand, the strong demand for the ECM industry through the mobile and cloud. Here I show you some of the environmental image samples. You can see the street sign, road sign, license plate, a bar meter from the water meter, and the building sign. Those are the environmental images today's people from different industry are capturing them, and by using the capture technology, and then store those results in the cloud, in the content management system, or whatever the backend system they have on the cloud. Now let's take a quick look at the market potential. Here I'm showing you the conventional capture market size, which has been growing pretty steadily and pretty healthy market. If you notice that from 2010, it is the first time it surpassed worldwide market size to over $2 billion and continuously grow to, in the 2012, we're anticipating it will reach $2.75 billion. So it's a pretty healthy market from the capture point of view. Most of this capture are capturing the information into the content management system or into the ERP system. But let's look at what the other new drive and new opportunity. Okay. So if you look at the SaaS markets, this is a service, software as a service, And the SaaS market is growing at a 25.3% per year. This is the report provided by the IDC. And if we look at the mobile application market is growing even faster at a 60% compound annual growth rate. And here, if you look at the pointer here, everybody knows that the smartphone is growing in a very rapid pace. Here is showing that 70% growth during the recent year. Tablets are another upcoming rising capture devices with the camera built in, allow you to capture the content and store into the content management system. And the growth rate currently is projected at 57.4% per year. So what I want to share with you here is all this market are growing in a much faster pace compared to, although the traditional capture market at a 10% annual growth is pretty healthy, but here is where the emerging market is. So from the content management point of view and from the capture vendor point of view, we really, really need to embrace this new opportunity, and especially given the infrastructure from the technology point of view and also from the communication point of view is all available. So it's the right time for us to penetrate into this market and embrace the opportunity. Here I can show you a short list here. The font pretty small. I hope you can see it. Is I collect this data from the March 1st. It showed the iPad deployment in the worldwide marketplace. The first one, let's just quickly look at it, one or two of them. And the first one is the Korea Telecom deployed iPad into their entire one of their division, which is required 30,000 iPad. And the next one you can see is the Long Island University deployed 6,000 iPad. This is in a higher education. We see a lot of penetration of this new type of device in the educational market. And here I'm going to switch to the browser to show you a very quick demo. So I'm going to share the web browser. Okay, so I'm going to, I assume you can see the web browser now. I'm going to point out this. This is a very short video, and we have to. We have to sit through the 10-second advertising. Okay.
A local school system is going high-tech. Virginia Beach Schools is buying more than 1,000 iPads for students to use as learning tools. In some classrooms, the iPads could take the place of textbooks. Thursday News reporter Karen Hopkins joins us now with more in tonight's Assignment Education Report.
So
Karen, how is the district going to afford all these iPads?
Am I doing anything?
Good question.
Let me close it. So this is what you see, right? Okay, so I'll skip that for now. Somehow I wasn't able to bring the browser. Toward the end, I will try that again. Okay, from here you can also see the very rapid growth of the mobile data traffic, a 92% growth rate. So with all that, and let's take a look at the benefits of the cloud. Some of you probably already know this, but let's very quickly go over the benefit of the cloud implementation. First of all, it's 24/7 available and is very agile. You can pay as you use, and the total cost ownership is pretty low. Provide you a very secure storage and management, and also location independent. Those are the benefits of the cloud implementation. We also take a quick look at it. What's the disadvantage which we need to pay attention to? For instance, from the security point of view, you can go both ways. A lot of the time people say that the cloud services provider provide better security than your homegrown firewall protection system. So it's very critical to select a cloud vendor, a service vendor, which provide top quality security protection. And also, you may log in. If you select certain cloud vendors, there's a tendency to be locked in because you're writing a program, develop a certain software depending on their API, their services. So we need to watch out on the potential cloud vendor locked in on that in those areas. In terms of reliability and also lack of control, they all really depend on the kind of vendor you select from. Make sure the vendor you work with or the application software you choose from do have a very good redundancy, fail recovery, things like that. So we need to be mindful about the positive and also the negative side of the cloud. But what we want to for sure now is the cloud computing, the baseline infrastructure is pretty complete now. And the hardware and also the communication bandwidth is all there. And on top of that, the platform is also pretty mature. Amazon and Google has been offering that for quite some time. Microsoft Azure is coming in pretty strong too. So the cloud platform, you have many choices to select from and with many powerful features to select from. So that leads us to the third layer here is where we as a software developer or a service provider, that's where we can start to take advantage of all the infrastructure being built and ready today, and to embrace the opportunity with the cloud and also the ubiquitous capture devices like smartphone, tablet, and also the scanners. So this slide says, again, it re-elaborate the SDK, the capture technology itself is available on the mobile device today. The SDK device in this case needs to be very small footprint, so it does not exhaust the limited CPU power on the smartphone. So we went through a lot of investment and tried to shrink down the big size of the full feature of the engine SDK, the OCI SDK, down to a very small footprint, so it can run very efficiently on the mobile device today. And on the cloud is a little bit different story, because on the cloud, the CPU, the resources are pretty flexible. So on the cloud, you can enjoy the full power, multi-processing possibility for the full engine, full capture technology, not only for the document pages and magazine and newspaper, but also for the semi-structured form and structured form, things like invoices, check, business card, things like that. You can all process that through a very powerful cloud services environment on the cloud. So here, basically, we try to reiterate that the traditional desktop and the client-server business model are slowing down, although some of the market are still pretty decent. For instance, like the capture industry still grows at a 10% rate. But we do believe that by integrating your ECM solution or the capture functions with the mobile and the cloud, it will help you to perpetually increase that growth potential. Quite possibly can even double that, depending on the kind of solution you offer. So mobile and cloud are where the future growth is going to be. Here I'm showing you several examples for the cloud services from the capture point of view, the type of the documents you can capture and offer that kind of services on the cloud. And for instance, shipping document, that's from the transportation industry. You know that documents are pretty often used. So you'll be able to capture those documents either through the smartphone, mobile phone, or through the portable scanner, and then process on the cloud to extract those data and then store into your ERP system or your content management system. And nowadays are also very popular, which is you can just take a snapshot of your check and send the check to the cloud, and by running the data capture, be able to extract the amount and the account information, and then you can deposit the check automatically, and the amount can go into your account quickly. Obviously, the receipt is another area which requires a lot of technology advance, because receipts are pretty popular documents which the salespeople, people travel around the world or travel visiting customer, and you do receive a lot of documents like this. So how to be able to capture those receipts, store into your system, is also going to have a very, very strong demand when the capture device becomes so ubiquitous. This type of the documents will become more needed to be captured. Here we show you one scenario which is already very popular today, which is scan the document from the desktop scanner or from the mobile phone and tablet, and you capture those documents and store on the cloud. Here I'm using an example of Evernote. Right now they have about a little bit over 8 million users, grow very rapidly. And the unique thing about this type of services is you capture the document and store on the cloud as a cloud-based content management system, and then all those documents will be indexed. Any text information stored in the document, the system will index it, allow you to retrieve and search. After you search and retrieve, it will allow you to display on various kind of devices, which including your desktop here. That is one scenario. So based on that scenario, you would notice that from the content management point of view, people store the documents. The main thing is eventually they want to be able to retrieve it, they want to search it, to retrieve it, and to be able to view it. As a mobile professional or mobile knowledge worker today, when they are on the road, they have mobile phone or they have tablet with them. When they are in the office or when they're in the hotel, they have the laptop, PC, and all that. So the key point here is that the display size, the screen of the display, have a various kind of different size. So it's very critical when we display the information, which we store in the content management, when we display those information on these devices, we need to be mindful about how to display it in such a way that most user-friendly, provide the user the best user experience, especially when you capture the information as an image. There are going to be a lot of challenge. For instance, if you capture a newspaper, how are you going to display that on the 3-inch smartphone? There is a way to do that. So pay attention to those kind of end-user requirements. Here's another example of on the Microsoft SharePoint, company like Knowledge Lake is capturing the information and then store into the SharePoint and then store into the Azure as a cloud-based environment. Another example like DocuWare is traditional document management system, but they have embraced the mobile devices and provide a front-end viewer from the mobile phone, so users will be able to access the content management system wherever, anywhere, through the mobile devices. Evernote, I mentioned a while ago, is one of those very popular new type of company provide a content management system on the cloud. There's quite a few of them. They all have a very, very strong demand today. So Evernote, Box.net, and company like that. So you may want to pay attention to this and to check it out, how this type of company integrated the capture technology and also the cloud and the mobile and the desktop and provide a very complete user experience to the end user. Again, this is another example of how to capture the check and also capture your bank statement and then automatically pay your bill. And it's by using a very simple mobile app from the smartphone, you will be able to do that rather quickly. at the end, you'll see here, these are the demo program, which 1-minute demo program I intended to show you. I will give a try toward the end of the presentation and see whether we can bring it up and to show you that. And this is a very, very interesting example. The example we show here is this. The Intuit, basically, they have this W-2 form. W-2 form, the users would be able to use the smartphone, download the software, install on the smartphone. The name of the software is called SnapTax. So you run that software and capture the W-2 form. And you will send that image to the cloud. And in the backend system, it will run ABBYY's FlexiCapture technology to be able to extract all the data from this W-2 form, and then automatically fill in into the 1040 or the form, the tax form, automatically fill the data in, and then you can submit it from your mobile devices. And that information will be sent to the IRS directly, and the IRS will send it back, a notification, and tell you that information received, and you will receive your check within 3 weeks or 4 weeks, something like that. So it's very powerful devices, and which by integrating the mobile capture and then the semi-structured form capture technology, and then extract the data, store the content, store the images in the content management system, and then store the data, transfer the data to another system, and to get the transaction going. So this is the new type of environment, and which is combination of mobile devices and the paper-based information and the back-end system with the cloud and the content management system. So, and this software has been on the top productivity list in the Apple Store, I think in the last couple of weeks. So here we can see that, just kind of do a quick summary from the transforming capture point of view. We can see that the cloud infrastructure is there, and the bandwidth of the communication is increasing almost double every 12 months, sort of like the Moore's law. CPU was doubling the speed every 1.5 years. Same thing, the communication and bandwidth is getting more powerful. You can send through more data. At the same time, the mobile devices is getting more popular. So overall, from the ecosystem point of view, we really see this tremendous opportunity to combine the traditional desktop application with the mobile devices, and also with the cloud system, and combine all this together. And we really believe that this is the time to transform the capture solutions to provide that a revolutionary approach to provide the best user experience to capture the information and store into the backend system. This will allow you to further expand if you are in the content management world, this will allow you to further expand your user base. One thing we look at is traditionally the content management system from the capture point of view are pretty much limited to how many users want to capture the paper, and from the paper-based point of view. So you pretty much sort of look at how many scanner ship in the world, how many digital copier in the world. Those are a lot of users. So those are good. So that's why we can see the 10% annual compound growth rate. But now if we look at the new type of capturing capability, although it's not designed for multiple page capturing, but if you have ad hoc capturing, you can really use this mobile phone and a tablet to capture 1 page, 2 page on the go. Those are the new kind of ad hoc capturing which need to be integrated into your conventional content management and capturing system. So we need to look at this new type of capturing environment. In the case of mobile capture, we are talking about hundreds of millions, 300 million, 400 million users, which has been introduced to this new type of capture. And they're capturing all kinds of information. So it is an emerging market as a conventional, traditional capture vendor and a content management client server service provider. We have to embrace this because this is where the future growth is going to be. So that is summarize it of today's presentation. And let's see. We'll try to bring up the browser, and we can take a quick look at it on several presentations I want to share with you. So I'm going to share the web browser here. And my browser is up. So maybe I should bring to here. No. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so I will type in the URL in this case. Okay, so I'm going to, here's the URL. Can you see it? No? Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll do. Don't use. We are still in the presentation and cannot see your browser. Let me see whether I can bring my browser over. No. Okay. I think. Quick start. Top left tab. So top left tab. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. It seems like I have some user challenge to show this to you. But what we'll do is we will send you the URL, and so you will be able to view that yourself. All right. So is there any questions? Let me feel free to ask. Okay. I really enjoyed this presentation. I'm sorry that there's some hiccup on the presentation in terms of the browser, sharing the browser, but I hope that I share the information about the potential from the cloud and the mobile point of view. Feel free to contact me. You have my contact information. Let's get the communication going, and we'll send you the URL as a follow-up. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.